Hello, Ray. How have you been? It's been a while. Yes, let's have dueling microphones.
Can I have permission to show your face on national television?
Yes, you can.
And use of all media.
Yes, you can. Go ahead.
So you got your moustache back. You backslid.
Yeah, I did. I shut it off for a little bit, and now I'm back.
Look, want me to hold that? So,
Yeah, that would be great, Ray. Thank you for that.
so why did you get your moustache back?
You know, my wife likes it. I like it. So it kind of comes and goes. We don't have, as men, too many choices to change ourselves. So this is the nice mustache. You like it?
Yeah, last time I saw you, you looked like a chicken without feathers. You got the feathers back. That's great to see.
Yeah, I'm proud of my feathers. Yeah, so you're still an evangelical Christian. You haven't seen the real truth that atheism is a better worldview than Christianity or any other religion, especially on this sacred day of 9/11. Christianity causes evil in the world. Muslims, any religion causes evil in the world.
I agree with you.
And how do you agree with me?
I don't like religion at all.
Oh, you like Jesus Christ. You have the personal savior bit, right?
No, you see, if you study the Bible, it was religious people that stoned the prophets, religious people that crucified the Son of God, religious people that caused 9/11, and religion comes in as number 2 as far as atrocities goes in history. Number 1 is atheistic communism. So the problem isn't religion or atheism, it's the sinful heart of mankind, which you've got and which I've got.
Sinful heart of mankind. No, since I don't believe in any supernatural sin, I simply believe
supernatural
in
sin? What are you
right.
talking about?
Supernatural, superstitious sin. There is no such
superstitious
thing.
sin.
That's right. There is no such
let's
thing
call
as
it crime.
sin.
Crime.
There is thing as bad behavior. You call bad behavior sin, but you attach the supernatural superstition of something out of this world to be part of the sin. With me, it's just bad behavior, and yes, some people do things that are bad. That is not human nature, however.
Where did you think that,
Well, I'll
Hang
take
on a
that
minute.
back. It's part of human nature to be bad sometimes, but look around us. Most people are good most of the time without religion.
how many murders were in the U.S. in the 1990s? You any idea?
No, I don't.
200,000. If you think people are basically good, go for a walk through some of our cities at 10 o'clock at night by yourself and you won't come back.
I'd like to see that statistic, 200,000 people. But you have
An FBI statistic. Hang on. Let me back it up.
Count.
Hang on. It's 20,000 people a year for 10 years. 200,000 people murdered in the U.S. in the 1990s. That's FBI
That
statistics.
has nothing to do with sin. It has to do with bad behavior.
Sin is bad behavior. It's the violation of
But
God's
you
law.
also attach a supernatural to the sin.
You said out of this world? What are you talking about? God's not out of this world. You're in
Okay,
His
what
presence.
what is the definition of sin to you, Ray?
Violation of God's law, the Ten Commandments.
To me, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about bad behavior.
Well, let's zero in. Is murder bad behavior?
It depends what you define as murder. If I'm seeing somebody about to kill somebody else, yes, murder is good.
Murder is good?
Yes, if you think that it will endanger somebody else. Look what policemen do.
That's not
Do you think-
murder.
do you-
Give me a break, Bruce.
That's what I'm trying to
No,
ask you.
let me ask you
What
again.
is the definition of sin or murder, for this?
Is murder wrong? We're not talking about saving someone's life because someone's going to
If
shoot
you're
their head off.
harming somebody in any way, murder or not, if you're harming somebody and have the choice of harming them less, then the moral decision is to harm them less. That is what morality is about without having a supernatural deity.
I'm not talking about supernatural deity. Is murder wrong?
Yes and no.
Give me a break.
And generally speaking,
This is why
speaking-
atheism is scary. Because
generally speaking, murder is wrong, yes. But there are certain instances where killing somebody to protect your family.
oh, you
or
mean like
other
Hitler did? He protected Germany by murdering 6 million Jews.
If you want to get into Hitler thing, that's fine with me. Hitler had all of his
God Utmans on their
That's
belt.
right. Now, why did he have that? He was a
Because
Christian
used
and a Catholic.
he was a Catholic, not a Christian. Get the difference, okay?
Catholicism is a Christian sect. So
Oh, that a boy.
Talk about Hitler.
Hitler killed off the Protestant pastors. He replaced them in pulpits because the Catholic Church agreed with him. The Protestants
Well, he wasn't
didn't.
an
They
atheist.
protested.
He killed other atheists too.
True, and he killed homosexuals and blacks.
And he was a very bad person. We both agree on
no,
that.
no. How can you say he's bad? Because you've got no
But
moral
he
excellence.
didn't have any type of supernatural sin. He made a political decision to kill people.
Hang on a minute.
And not a religious decision, by the way. It was nothing to do with religion.
No, hang on a minute if you would, because just one moment. Let me just talk with
Right.
Bruce.
You will never see an
Bruce.
atheist. You will never see an atheist suicide bomber, Ray. Never. You'll see a Christian suicide bomber. You'll see a Muslim suicide bomber. You will never see an atheist suicide bomber. Why? Because there is no afterlife for us, and in our opinion, there's no afterlife for you either.
So let's go back to murder being wrong. You said it's going to be justified if it's to protect your family. Hitler
Yes.
was protecting his big family of Germany. He said the Jews were a threat to Germany, so he exterminated 6 million people. Was
I
that
agree.
wrong?
Yes, that was wrong.
Where's your basis for your moral decision that it was wrong?
Because he was harming people.
Who
that
said?
did not harm. Well, he was killing them. That's
But who
harming
says it's
people.
wrong?
Who says it's wrong? It's not the Almighty. It's all the rest of the world. Why do you think we even invaded Germany?
Just one moment. Hitler said it was okay. Germany said it was okay. The political
talking
system
about
said it was
relative
okay.
liberalism?
Yes, and
Are
you
you
haven't
talking
got.
about relative
You can't
liberalism?
say anything is right or wrong. You can't say that.
Yes, I can. I can say it to myself. I am my own person that can determine what is right or wrong on an individual basis throughout my life. I do not need a supernatural deity to tell me something is right or wrong.
That's what
I
Hitler
decide.
did. It's exactly
And
what Hitler did.
He was in part of power, and everybody agrees that he was wrong in that. Everybody.
That is not true. The whole of Germany said it's okay.
No, not now. Ask any
now, but
German
then-
now.
but then.
Well, no, all of Germany did not say. In fact, a lot of Germans were against him secretly, because if you were against him outwardly, you'd be put into concentration camps along with the Jews. So we agree then that Hitler was wrong, but it didn't have anything to do with God's commandments. Take a look at Moses when he came down from the hill, down from Mount Sinai. He killed 3,000 people right away.
Who did?
Moses did.
He did not.
He did too. Look
What, did
it
you
up.
have an Uzi? How could Moses kill
He
3,000?
told, this is why I don't like religion, or Ray, because it's the religious people that are in power can tell other people what to do that are bad, and as long as it's because God says it's okay, they do it. Look at Jim Jones. Look at Heaven's Gate. Look at Ted Haggard. Okay, not Ted Haggard. It's a good joke. Don't you think that's a good joke,
Yeah,
Ray?
that's good. Yeah.
But you don't need a supernatural deity. I know what is wrong and right within me, and most of the time,
Is abortion wrong?
most of the time, people do good things. Most of the
Is
time.
abortion wrong?
Again, Ray, I personally I believe an abortion is wrong in the third trimester, but I don't
What
believe
about second trimester?
in certain situations, yes. In the first trimester, definitely. But you attach a supernaturalness, a superstition that something miraculous and magical happens when an egg and a sperm meet. I think it's just a cell. It's okay to kill just a cell. You think it's a human because you've attached the supernatural to it. And if you look at your history right, before 1850, it was okay to have an abortion. It wasn't a sin. It was only until 1850 and afterward. Robert, 1850. Oh no, you weren't. I'm sorry. You weren't.
Bruce, it's always wrong to murder. It is. Is rape wrong?
Well, let me ask you a question. You're asking me all the. Can I ask you a question? Okay. Let's say you were walked into a room and there were two things in the room. You knew before you went into the room that you'd have to kill two of those things. The first thing you go into a room, you see on a table a Petri dish. And on the Petri dish it says 10,000 impregnated cells, or 10,000 souls is what you would say, but it doesn't say souls, it just says 10,000 impregnated souls, cells, human cells. You walk over to the corner, you look around the corner, and there's a 5-year-old girl. What would you do, Ray? Would you kill the 5-year-old girl because you knew that there was 10,000 people in that Petri dish?
I'll cross that bridge when I come to it.
Oh, come on, give me some answers here, Ray.
There's no
Give me
answer
the
to
real
that. You've made up a silly little imaginary scenario to try and trap me.
You think that if those 10,000 people would grow up to be 10,000 humans, that you would not murder that 5-year-old?
Okay,
of course you would.
you've got 10 blacks in a room and 10 Jews. You have to kill 10 of them. Who are you going to kill? It's a ridiculous question.
It's a mental
Call
exercise
it
to
cut
prove a
and
point.
paste.
It's a mental
It's an
exercise
atheistic cut and
to
paste,
prove
that's
a
all.
point. That you believe that a human exists as one cell. One cell. God is the biggest abortionist because he wipes out 60 to 70% of those one cells or even the group of cells before the woman even gets pregnant.
Do you believe God did that?
No, you believe God did that.
Oh, who said that?
Actually, well,
If you don't believe
is in
God did
control-
it, why are you complaining?
Do you think God is in control of everything? Yes. What is the woman's internal mechanism has to do with sin? It's not her sin, which I don't believe in anyway, that naturally kicks out a fertilized egg. It has to be God. In your opinion, God's control of everything. So God is the biggest abortioner of all time.
One moment. God is in control of everything because you've got a free will.